we are sure have the pedigree and what it takes to be good leaders, should we continue to compensate people based on the works or the activities they have done or carried out for in their political parties? Is that the right thing?
Now, you know, in a political party, people have their choice. They've been working together from time to build up the party. So they expect people who stand as the leader of the body to choose or to conduct a credible primary between the body to elected somebody which is among them to become their leader. Not when you just say the person from nowhere X because he has the potential, or especially don't even work with sentiment.
Okay.
Yes, if you work with sentiment, 95% of the body will become aggrieved, and that causes problem in the political terrain.
Probably that's why we always see cross-carpeting each time we have elections. You see people moving from this party to that party because they are not happy with the outcome of the result. Okay, but what do you think, in your own opinion, are the issues really, if we want to talk about how democracy is right now in Nigeria, what do you think are the issues standing against this system of government in Nigeria? How do you think we can change the situation?
The situation can be changed if they stop adoption.
Okay.
When you adopt people, for instance, there are some politicians, immediately they decamp from another party to another, they want to become the candidate, which is the front bearer. What about those who have been working there, who have been on ground? What will happen to those people? Are we going to abandon them, or you join them to work together? Maybe you queue behind. After those who are on ground there, you pick up the ticket again. You know, politics is all about patientness. It's a game of turn by turn. It's not by rushing. It's not because I have money. That is why you see that some people, they fail woefully with their money.
Yeah.
Because they are not on ground. Like as I said, if they can rectify that by knowing a politician to his own community and know the contribution he has made so far to the party, then when you choose from such a circle, you choose the people's choice. Because people will feel that choosing somebody whom they have been working with, that will give them the benefit and dividend of politics. But if you went and bring a new person whom has not been working in the party because he has money, or he has inflection, or he has godfather, you know, the people will feel that they have been working in vain because that person, he will not recognize them. Okay. They don't know him. So if we continue like that, there will be a lot of grief in the political terrain. So if they can stop adoption, if they can stop settlements, if they can look into the background of those who have been in the world level, because politics is all about grassroots. Not
because by the end of the day, it's the lives of those at the grassroots that matters.
Yes,
and a lot of times, this set of people are the ones that are, you know, disconnected by the end of the day.
That is it.
People win elections and they go to Abuja, or they come to Abuja, or they, you know, get into the various state government houses, and then the people can no longer reach them. So, and that's how it has been working. And I'm sure that's why a lot of times people talk about dividends of democracy. What has this democracy offered for us? Has it been able to liberate us from poverty and all the consequences that comes with it? Okay. So, but then, do you think as a nation, you know, that we've always had systems that clearly support selfless service, you know, like in terms of honesty of intent, actions, and, you know, transparency in all ramifications? Do you think so?
Okay. There could be selfless services to a limit. People spend money before they come to power. We all assume to be free and fair. If you look into the political terrain today, the primary election of some of the parties takes them a lot of expenses to pick the ticket from the party. And with that, they are spending their money. They are spending their resources, even some borrow money from the bank to do it. Then by the time those type of people come to power, what do you expect them to do? Then look, trace that to the life of a commoner. How can such a commoner come closer to those type of people in the country? So I am not saying that I'm abusing people or all that. It's just what I know that is going on in the country. Democracy is just by the choice of the people. It's not by spending money before you pick your ticket or you spend money before you be voted to power. It's the choice. Depends on what you have upstairs. How can you contribute to the growth of the country economically, especially financially? Money comes from various parts of the country through ideas, through leadership, through good governance. But if the situation goes like this, then we run out of many things in Nigeria.
And it's so sad because, you know, that is what, I mean, this is the situation that we find ourselves here today because a lot of people, before you can win election in Nigeria, you must have plenty of money somewhere, or you must have one godfather who has the monies to throw around. And then by the end of the day, we're talking about, you know, political leaders and people who, you know, who clearly loses touch with the people. Just like you said, they go there to, you know, I invest, you know, so much money. So by the time I get there, what's the first thing on my mind is how to recoup the money.
That is it. That is it. Even to the life of 75% in Nigeria, they will do it as well. You see, election based on the commoners, those who go out there and cast their vote, those who go out there as a member of the party to vote for the elected person that will pick the party ticket in a particular party. If they can stop collecting money from the aspirant to enable them to become a candidate, then the candidate will know that he is there based on the likeness of the people and the people's choice, based on his own equity. You understand? We have people that have credible record. If those people come out there today to conduct election or to be a partaker for the primary, they will not win because they don't have the money to throw. So my advice goes to political members, they should stop collecting money from aspirants. If you continue to collect money from them, what do you think that they will do when they get to power? Like as I told you, some of them, they borrow money from banks, some sell their property, they will recover. So the fault boils down to the political parties and their members. We are talking of the membership today. If I'm a member of a political party, for instance, then I need money from you to cast my delegate power to enable you to pick the ticket as a candidate of the party. Then maybe I need about $1,000 from you or 500,000, $500,000. Then you times it times the delegate of the day. How much do you think that I'm going to spend before I will go to power? To even have the ticket alone, how much do you think I will spend? Then what about the general election I'm going to face? So when you look into that, Nigeria will not have peace except those voters, the party member, they stop collecting money from the candidate. Then let the candidate or the power work at his own strength. We know definitely they will spend money. The party spend money. Even the Nigeria have a budget for that. If they can allow Nigeria budget to work with the electoral power, then there will be peace in the country.
Yeah, and that's a peculiar task because, you know, the way we have it now, we need to do so much work for us to educate Nigerians, especially the illiterates, to know that, look, this is not about the money. We should not, you know, because I was talking to someone the other time who wanted to be a governor in his state, and, you know, he wasn't someone, he's a professional, and he wasn't a businessman, he didn't have money, but he thinks that, look, I can, you know, deliver my people from some sort of chaos, poverty, you know, and all that. But then by the time he came in and made his intention known from what he told me, and that was how, you know, calls even from big people come in, give me money, demanding for monies, you know. So these people think that you have to settle them, you know, and all that. And I think that's what we should discourage. We should begin to look inwards at back home and know our people, right from the grassroots. Who are these people that have that thing that we are looking for? Because the way we have it now, a lot of things need to be right. But we'll take a short break. That's why we're here. And we'll come back. Please don't go away. Tina is still with me in the house.
Politics has continued to influence our society for many years. Politics has continued to influence our society for many years. The welfare of the citizenry is often decided by policymakers. Over the years, people have actively been involved in decision-making, while others have preferred to observe with little or no interest. For more information and education on what goes on in the political arena, join us as we talk with politicians and policymakers of our time for in-depth analysis of political events in Nigeria and the global community. Listen to Politics and Governance on Human Rights Radio every day from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Human Rights Radio, redefining broadcasting. Listen to Politics and Governance. Politics and Governance.
Welcome back. This is Politics and Governance on Human Rights Radio 101.1 FM. And I have in the studio Tina Wilson. She is a public affairs commentator and an activist too. We've been talking about how we can arrive at a situation where Nigeria can be liberated from the current situation where people will continue to have some people whom we think whom by the end of the day we know don't amount to very good leaders. And then we're looking at the issues. But you can also be part of this program. You can call us. Like I said earlier, this is not a forum to insult anybody or any political party or politician. We're just trying to contribute in our own little way to Nigeria's democracy. So you can call us. Let's look at these issues together. How can we get things right on the political arena in Nigeria, especially now that 2019 is just right here. Very soon, in the next few months, we'll be getting into another serious election where we will elect our leaders. And, if we are talking about the kind of change that we desire, we really need to care about who gets to what position, because by the end of the day, the person is going to be involved in the management of the resources of the country and every other thing that can come with it. So we should look at this exercise as a very serious one. For those of us who have registered and we have our cards, we should endeavor that we should not just sit behind and keep complaining, okay, this leadership is not good, this person is not doing well. What do you have to do? You have your rights and you have your power. With your card, you can, change a leader that you think is not doing very well. So that by the end of the day, we'll arrive at a situation and at a country where we can say that, okay, our lives could be better than that. So, Tina, nice to still have you here again.
Thank you very much.
Okay. So you can call us to contribute. Like I said, this is not a forum to campaign, for any political party or any person. It's not a place to settle political scores. So when you call, just give your simple contribution to what we are looking at. What is the way forward? How can we have true democracy in such a way that we begin to reap the benefits of democracy in terms of having the basic infrastructure that we need, the health sector, we know how it is today, the education sector, all the sectors, of the economy in the country. I'm sure there one way or the others that you want an improvement. You travel through, Tina, I don't know how often you travel by the road. Because every year when I get home to see my parents, the state of the roads continue to get worsened every day, and then we're thinking, how can we come out? Subsequent, governments have not been able to tackle that road infrastructure, that deficit. Our educational sector has remained, the way we didn't want it to remain. Our health infrastructure cannot really be, you can't write anything very good about it. And so that's how it is in most of the sectors. So this is a very serious exercise that we're doing. So are you seeing a person, or are you seeing a time when Nigerian leaders will sincerely come out and work in order to support economic programs that can really liberate the people from poverty and liberate us from all these infrastructural deficits that we have around today in Nigeria?
Well, we have people with good ideas in Nigeria. We have people with strategical ideas in Nigeria, but they will not allow them.
Why? Who will not allow them?
Okay, now, for instance, they look out to those who have money, who can throw the money around.
You mean the illiterates, the ordinary Nigerians, or the...
Ordinary Nigerians, they are involved. They look at those people who can give them money before they will vote them to power. You can imagine a situation whereby somebody has all the ideas, all it takes to build up this country to a certain standard. But they will go to inner caucus and say that he does not have money, and he's going to win the election. But I believe that we also have those who are very rich, who can support such a person who have the idea to beautify Nigeria, to look into the infrastructure and other part development in Nigeria to a certain standard. But because the people have no money, they will not look into that. So what am I trying to say is that there are people with personal ideas that can bring Nigeria to a certain level in this country. Now, for instance, any president that come to power may have the idea to do things that are better for good things to happen. But you are not governing cow. You are not governing animals. You govern human beings. Human beings that are controversial. For instance, you have the idea. You carry the idea. You know how the vision is going to look like. You saw the vision, and you know how to utilize it. But some people who did not know where you started from, we just come and say, this is how they want it to be. Then if you are not strong enough to defend it, they scatter your idea. And that is the problem we have in Nigeria today. Okay, we are discussing about good governance. Is it by the elected people alone? People who have good association, organization, they can also become a good governance. They can form an idea that could generate money to boost Nigeria's economy financially. Then, you know, in Nigeria today, if you have such an idea, they will say that they will pass it through the bill. Then if you are not lucky, people will come and obstruct it. The bill will not be passed. So what are we saying? Nigeria really allow those with idea to perform? If they were allowed it, there are people with good ideas that could boost Nigeria economy financially. They can create empowerment. They can create employment. They can create more than 100,000 employment in Nigeria if only Nigeria will agree to it. So that is it.
I do hope we'll get there someday, but very soon though. Okay, so but you can begin to call us now. The number is 081 89991011. The number again is 081 89991011. You can call us. What's the way forward? How can we salvage our nation from the situation where majority of the people are, subjected to some form of poverty or the other with the consequences? So you can call us. What's the way forward? That's what we want to know. Hello? Hello? Can you hear me?
Good evening.
Good evening. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Frank, and I'm calling you right away from Pape.
Okay, Frank. What's your contribution?
Yeah, madam. If you are to look at what the subject of the day is, based on the discussion there, people are suffering, and it's getting out of hand, especially look at it down to the downtrodden. Right away, you made mention of the road. The road infrastructure as part of it, which is absolutely worsening and is getting worsened day in, day out. It's nothing to write home about. As you look at the rate at which people are feeding, average Nigerians, at today, 80 million Nigerians are living below, what is expected. So how do we do? Madam, turn right away from there. I still want you to tell her to really justify and juxtapose on what to do to really make it right. Of course, we all know that electorates are also part of the issue. Electorates, when you talk about the see and buy, when it comes to electioneering processes, talking about voting and by one way or the other, I'm telling you categorically that we only need the revolution. That is, the revolution we are talking about is from God. Because you and I will equally understand that. I might even be called by one way or the other by any person to say it and...
Hello, Frank. Okay. Hello. Okay, I think something happened. Let's take this other call. Hello?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. What's your name, please? Where are you calling from?
Yes, my name is Michael. I'm calling from Kesi.
Thank you, Michael. What's your contribution?
Yes. I think what we're lacking is a political party that have strategic thinkers who can think outside the box. I think that if we should be able to have a political party be able to give us what we want, let them learn from the other political party who have failed us. And that is the only way to be able to, to get out of all this mess. What I mean? Well, among all the political parties who have been in our country, most of them, they have failed. And it also boils down that the only thing that can even help us out of this thing is in the hand of the political party, because it is the political party that makes us the leaders we have in the country. So if the political party who are coming up now to be able to begin to think a different idea, you understand?
Yeah.
How are we going to be able to develop this? For too long, when I was very small, I was hearing about electricity. Up to this moment, we are not able to see a stable power electricity, you understand, in our country. So we talk about the road. There's nothing to write home about. So why is it that all the political parties, they are not thinking way forward? You understand? They always think of what they can be able to benefit within themselves, within the circle of themselves. So for me, I think that in as much as it requires everybody, including all the stakeholders, everybody to be joined on making sure they build this country, I think the political party should be able to play a very vital role that can be able to lead us into prosperity. You understand? What is the agenda? Like today, as we are talking, what stops the governors? You understand? And if we are talking about agriculture, why can't they set aside within their state and then have what we call agricultural this thing begin to manifest and then begin to generate money even to pay their workers? The only what they have there is to come down here in Abuja and collect the allocation and go back home and begin to complain there's no money to pay. Why don't we have a strategic thinker that can be able to take us from where we are now to another level? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Michael, for your contribution. Like what the first caller said, we also have a role in this. It's not just the political parties. I think it's the responsibility of all stakeholders to ensure that. But let's take this call again. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes. What's the name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, my name is Jonathan. I'm calling from Suleja.
Okay, Jonathan. Go ahead.
The issue of unemployment in this country. Actually, I'm not blaming one person, but a government is supposed to go round, as per se. Because just for instance, about 2-3 months back, the recipe, they come on air through net application, fire service, the same thing. Prison, the same thing. All these things, before you even apply, they have already the job to who they want to give. And be pushing people to spend money. Look at.
Hello. Okay, Tina, you've been listening to what Nigerians are saying.
Yes.
Everybody seems to be singing the same song. People are not really happy because the standard of living and the welfare of the people is such that we cannot really describe as being very, very good. What do you think?
Like the case of the infrastructure. The East-West Road has been like that long ago. I think if the only way to tackle it, because if the road is bad, the welfare of the people is at stake. The safety of the people is at stake.
True.
So I believe that if Julius Berger can tie the whole of Abuja, they should also use Julius Berger to tie the East-West Road to the direction where the road will arrive. So why are they sharing the road for individual contractor? Those are settlement. We shouldn't look into settlement. Our people say that if you want to press a boy that is ripe, you press it in total so that it will not have eternal pain. So what they are doing to the East-West Road is giving them eternal pain because they are not using a major contractor like Julius Berger to tie the road. So they should close their eye. Nigeria should save money. They should save money continuously to make sure they use Julius Berger to tie the East-West Road. And that is the only alternative to it. You don't look at people. That is, you don't look into settlement. This is my friend. This has worked for me as a politician. This has done a job for me. This has campaigned for me. Then you will not risk the life of people because it's your friend. They should stop that in Nigeria.
Yeah, the issue of infrastructure in Nigeria is a very tall one. And
yes.
If we don't get it right, then we can never say that the lives of our people can be improved.
Yes.
We need to get the infrastructure right. I like what the president said yesterday. The president said, look, he was speaking to the aggrieved members of his party, and he said, look, what you guys need to do is you need to be patriotic. You need to think of Nigeria first. And I was thinking, okay, if we begin to be like patriots, or if we all become like patriots, I think our country can do well. Because I think it's only unpatriotic people who would, for instance, when monies are meant for the building and construction of roads, they corner them, not thinking of how this can affect Nigerians and the country as a whole. You corner monies that are meant to build the road infrastructure because you know that you don't even ply the roads. I mean, you fly around anywhere you want to go. And then if it's monies that are meant to build the educational infrastructure because your children don't school in Nigeria, you think it's not your business. I heard of a governor, I don't know if it's true, who once said, look, the education system in that state can decay for whatever that he doesn't care because his children and his children's children will never school in that state because he knows that he must have amassed enough to ensure that all his children and his great-grandchildren's children school abroad. So, and these are the things we're talking about. So we have an opportunity now as we go into the next poll. I mean, who is your councillor? Who is your chairman? Who is your governor? You know, who is your leader? If you think the person is not doing the right thing, I think you have the power to say no. And that is if our vote we mean anything. Do you think our vote will count this time, Tina?
Well, the vote will count because Nigeria...
Okay, just hold your thought. Let's pick this caller. Hello? 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 Okay, I think something is wrong with your call. You can dial the number back, 081-8999-1011. You know, you see our politicians and our leaders, you know, they don't care. If you go to my state level, for instance, now, you go to the hospital and you want to see the doctor, you won't see any doctor there. Most of the doctors are pursuing their private practice, and the general hospitals are just left there bare. Because, of course, I'm sure if my state governor, for instance, has malaria or typhoid fever, I don't think he will go to any hospital in that state. He would rather fly, to London or the nearest place. So that's the thing. Until we begin to really look at these things critically, we may not achieve the kind of change that we desire. But let's listen to this person. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Good evening. What's your name?
Hello. Good evening. My name is Innocent. I'm calling from Guatemala.
Okay, Innocent. Go ahead, please.
Yeah. So in Nigeria politics today.
Hello. Okay, I don't know what's happening to. Okay, another caller. Hello.
Hello.
Good evening.
My name is George from Maryland.
Okay, go ahead, please.
Actually, my contribution is that this issue of I don't know how you tell me. So long as we maintain this very structure in the country, we keep going around and around, and for the next 50 to 100 years, we still remain the way we are. We should be the root of power. Let the state, each state, whatever they have, whatever resources God has given to them, let them happen. If they use it to develop the state, take over percentage to the federal government. Employ your work, engage them. You decide how much you can pay. Okay, for instance, now, the levels they are talking about minimum wage. How do you expect each state to now comply to that? They are not collecting the same allocation. Some states are collecting more than others. And you expect them to go back and pay the same amount. It's not possible. It will not work. For God's sake. That's why everybody is not rushing down to Abuja. Collect money, go back, squander it, wait for the next month, come back and collect it. That's my take.
Thank you. The issue of minimum wage is very disheartening and serious too, because I remember when, the minimum wage is still 18,000 naira. Most of the states cannot even pay those monies. Even when they had bailout forms here and there, a lot of states still were not paying. We heard of states state governors who were even owing 11, 12, 10 months to workers. And then even if you ask how much the payments of these workers are, you just be surprised when you compare it with the lifestyle of these governors, in the state. So it's a serious thing. We have said, but a lot of times you said, look, money politics is one of our problems, both at the party levels and, at the level of the electorate. Now, a typical electorate is burdened down with poverty. This is a period where you see supposedly your leaders, whom you may not see again after some time. And, you don't have food in your house to give to your children. Even the school fees have not been paid. Maybe your rent is not even paid. You don't even know. The landlord is even threatening to throw you out, and so many things. You're just burdened by many things. How can we resist monies from these politicians?
It's possible.
Okay, how?
Now, the voting power boiled down to the world, to the local level. If election is coming up today, I have to go to my community, my town, and cast my vote.
Yes.
It's a pain of the commoners to cast their vote. You see, people preach this politics of money. I believe that if anybody come to you today and said, take this 5,000 and vote for me, know that that person is a criminal. You understand? It's a criminal. A criminal will use this money to find his way in. But those who have the idea, who maintain their own integrity, who knows what to do, knows what it takes to become a governor or local government chairman in Nigeria, they will not like to pay their money. They will not like to give you their money. And today, as I'm talking to you, those type of people, they doesn't want election. So the only thing that will enable us to stop that act in Nigeria is for we voters to hold to our own self determination that money cannot buy my conscience. This is what I want to do. Because I'm seeing equal right governance in Nigeria today. The governance of Nigeria today is equal. I am not richer than you. Even if I was rich before, today, I cannot boast of what I have in the past. That is equalization. And I also believe that the government of equalization that can affect as far to a child in the womb. If we take it as a pain, we can as well cast our vote effectively to the child in the womb. We should disagree with bribing and corruption, voting by bribing. For instance, I cannot sell my conscience. I cannot sell my right. Because you gave me 5,000, then I should come and vote for you. That shows that you are a criminal. So we all should take it as a determination not to vote by bribing and corruption. People vote by bribing and corruption, and those people, they are spending their wealth. They are spending their resources. How do you think they will get the money back? They will get it back by your own resources. It's my money and your money they will use to pay those debts that they are acquiring. Or do you think that they have a way of money somewhere? Nobody has the way of money. Neither they dig somewhere that they keep money. Everything boils back to the bank. At the end of the day, you see a big man will just die, and that is all. Just because he has borrowed money for election, and he failed the election and he was unable to pay back, suddenly death will just come and take them unaware. And that is how the family of that big man lose the big man, just because I want to be. So, if we are silent to this bribing and corruption of voting, I think people who know how to govern will come out and contest election. Because they feel that nobody will look at them. So we the masses, we should know how to reject and deny the right of those who said they want to bribe us.
Okay. All right. Let's take this caller. Hello. Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Good evening. Please, could you turn down the volume of the radio, please? Hello.
Can you hear me now?
I can, but if you project better.
Hello?
Hello, I can hear you now. Go ahead, please.
It's both the leader and the followers.
Yes.
One thing is the followers to remove sentiment. And another thing again is the leaders, when coming to power, should not carry so many burdens they cannot solve. Hello?
I can hear you. We're hearing you. Nigerians are hearing you. Yeah.
You are calling for presidential seat. You don't come and start promising people so many cannot oversee. Even if it is one thing you promise people and you fulfill it, it's okay. As a president, you come to power, tell the people that you are coming to repair all the roads of Nigeria. At least that you can monitor yourself, because it's not many. But by the time you say you will come and do roads, you will go and repair hospital, you poverty, you give work, you will do it. Only you cannot do that. Because already the country is corrupt. So as a president, as you are coming to power, just take a little thing that you know you can do. And that will solve our problem gradually, because our problem cannot be solved overnight. It's gradually. That's my contribution.
All right. Thank you very much for that contribution. You can call us again, 081-8999-1011. Okay, so 081-8999-1011. Hello. 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 Okay, I can't hear you. Hello. Okay, you can call us back. The number is 081-8999-1011. Hello.
Good evening, my sister.
Good evening.
Hello?
Hello, good evening. Could you turn down the volume of your radio?
Okay, yes. The problem of the election is this. The problem we have is everywhere now is monetized. It's money. If you don't have money, you can have for election. And those who are like if you can have a credible person who is scared of God, God is scared of God, that can do the job. But your party makes marginalize the whole thing. That's the problem of the country we have now.
Okay.
Hello?
Hello, I can hear you very well.
And I'm saying that the problem we're having is the election is modernized in every year.
Yes.
They have to do election. They don't have the space to go on this. They have the chance to do it because they have no money to have an election. And they are in press. That's the problem we're having.
Okay, so what's the way forward?
The way forward is let us say our mindset. Our property, the property is also the main thing that causes those things. Poverty in the country.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much for calling. All right. Okay. Tina, I think we all have a great responsibility to go back to our ward levels and our villages to educate our people, because this is a country where a chairman, a local government chairman, for instance, or a governor, for instance, will come do something, probably provide one rural electricity, and then we'll roll out our drums and we're hailing him or her. We're praising. We don't even know that it's our right to have these things. We don't even know that this is monies, our own money, that is that this person is using to build this infrastructure. So I think the level of ignorance is still very high, especially at the grassroots. What do you think?
See, there are people that will come to power. They will not even do a dime. Their own is just to groove, do all sorts of nonsense. For the period of years, they are going to remain in power and pass like that. So there are some that will come. They will try to create infrastructure and all that to please the mind of the people. That is why you see that people are happy. If not, it's our own priority. It's our own right to have them. If you become a local government chairman, you should be able to satisfy the demands of the people. What they are suffering from. The local government chairman should satisfy them. But today, why would they happy that this chairman has done this road, has tied this road, he has did a street light? They should rejoice at those people. Rejoice with them. Because some will actually come, they will do nothing.
They will do nothing, really.
They will be busy paying debt because they know how they pass into power. They will be busy paying debt continuously before they will pass out of power.
Until the end of their tenure. Okay,
yes.
So let's take this last caller. Hello?
Hello. Good evening. My name is Matthew. I'm calling from Cuba, Abuja.
Okay, go ahead, please. You need to be brief. Yes.
I have a lot of things to contribute.
Okay, just be brief.
What is affecting our nation? Lack of quality of leader.
Okay.
And if Nigeria can keep tribalism, religion aside, I believe that this country will move forward.
Okay.
So what I'm trying to say is that politically, if you look at the kind of leader the masses of this country are voting, they are not voting the right leader. So what I'm saying, the advice I'm giving to Nigerian youth is that if they want to vote, let them come out massively and vote for the right leader that can move this nation forward. It's not by whether this person comes from this side, or from east, or north. As far as that person is capable enough to rule our nation, we should give this person a chance to rule our nation.
Okay.
Our country to move forward.
Thank you very much.
I have a lot of things to say about this issue of young thing.
Okay, you continue tomorrow. You continue tomorrow, same time, okay? Our time is up.
Yeah.
All right, thank you very much for calling.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We're gradually coming to the end of the program. Your last comment, please, on which way forward, right? We have these issues. We're running into elections very shortly. How can we ensure that, we actually get the kind of leaders that we truly deserve? Though they said there's no community or society that will have a leader that they do not deserve. Well, so how can we get to that level where we begin to get the right persons into leadership? I'm not saying that the right people are not in in different positions right now, but I'm saying that, we could do better than that. So how can we get it right as a people and as a nation?
Okay. Let's go back to the First Republic. Republic the time of Gowon. Then from the First Republic to the Second Republic to the Third and to the Fourth. Today, the refinery we have in Nigeria today is built by leaders, isn't it? Okay. We also have other production equipment that are floating in the sea that also buy by leaders. But some leader got none. They bought none. Some buy 3, some buy 6, but some bought none. Then today, the government of today, I am not abusing people or I am pointing fingers at people. But I knew that people gather money to build those refineries. So whatever we are gathering in the country today shall as well be utilized also into industry. Because if right from the time we have those refineries to today, nobody has built any industry in Nigeria. We end up by having the 3 refineries, Petrochemical, DSC, Ajakuta Steel. From there to now, nothing has been built by any leader that come to power. But I know a leader, which I will not mention his name, who has tried so far to buy Nigeria some floating equipment that is leading Nigeria to a certain level today in this country. It's one of the republic. It's one of the republic from the First Republic to the 8th Republic we are today. One of them bought those things also to make sure we develop from a certain level to another level. From that time to now, nobody has done anything. So I believe that as we gather those money in those days to build those refineries,
let the same thing.
Yes, so let the money be gathered
again and build new ones. Okay, Tina Wilson, I'd like to thank you very much, very, very much for coming on this maiden edition of Politics and Governance and Human Rights Radio. And I do hope that we'll see you again very soon when we need you.
Yes,
thank you very much. Okay, thank you for tuning in. The program will return same time tomorrow.